Good morning. Hopefully this sound is okay. Today is Saturday, 16th, and it's Armed Forces Day. I didn't even realize. I have a son who was in the Navy, put in 8 years, went into private sector, and now he is looking to get back into the service. Um, he wants to go into Air Force now. So that will probably be 2027 because I think the paperwork has to be done late this year, like October. So thank you to all of our service members. I just finished getting ready, didn't really do my hair yet, and I don't have any lipstick on or anything like that, but I am going to go out and find a couple of things I want to get. I feel like kind of some staple items for my wardrobe. I need to get like white tennis shoes, kind of like not Keds, but something that I can wear with a pair of jeans. So I'm not just wearing my normal New Balance black regular sneakers. I also want to get a pair of like a light pink shoe with a heel, a dressy, like either a pump or a slingback or something like that. Same kind of heel as I showed in yesterday's video. And I also need to get a pair of jeans. I only have 2 pairs of jeans that I really wear regularly, and one of them is a pair of Walmart jeans that are not very flattering. The other jeans are the ones that I have on now, which are a very, very dark blue, and I do like them. I don't know where I got them. So I'm going to look for a pair of jeans. What else did I want to get? Jeans, the shoes, 2 pairs of shoes. I think that's all that I'm really like focused on. Getting ready this morning was a little different because it's my first Saturday since I've been vlogging. One thing I don't typically do after my shower is moisturize my body, so I did do that, and I do need to because I'm very like flaky dry. Usually all season, like all year. I'm sorry, all year. So I did that. What a difference that makes. So I did that. I'm gonna probably do another video at some point with just like the products that I use, and especially considering that they're gonna change in time. One of the other things that just kind of came to mind was like deodorant. I used to use Arid Extra Dry. It's a unisex deodorant, and prior to that it was always like a Suave or Dove or something. I had switched to the Arid probably 10 or 15 years ago because my body was going through hormonal changes, and up until that point, even when I went to the gym and I sweat, I never smelled. I barely sweat. But I went through a change at that point where I just felt like all of a sudden now my sweat stunk really bad. So I wanted to go to a really strong deodorant. And when I did the research at that time, it was the only one, not prescription, over the counter, that worked well, and I loved it. I used that for, like I said, the last 10 or 15 years. But then I started getting to the point where I wanted to go to something that had no aluminum in it. So I switched to Dove aluminum free, which I really, really like, but it really took some getting used to because when you compare, at least this product, I don't know if it's all the aluminum frees, but they are, they almost feel wet when you put them on, even though they're a solid. So that kind of took some getting used to because when I first put it on, I was like, ew, it feels wet and tacky. But I got used to it. That feeling goes away within a couple minutes. I put perfume on today. I wear perfume every day. I always have. But I have a Chanel that I wore Chanel for such a long time that now I have probably a little bit left of one bottle and a brand new bottle that I haven't started yet. And now I've gotten to the point where I like to try different things, different perfumes, and I'm almost like, I don't want to say sick of this smell, but I can't wear it every day like I used to. So I haven't worn it in a really long time, and it is a strong perfume, so I don't always like to wear it to work either. So being that it's a Saturday, I put some of that on. I still have to put a necklace on. Um, and let me see what else. You know, I had, changing topics a little bit here, I had my coffee this morning, and typically I make 4 cups, which equates to 2 coffee cups. And I don't have huge coffee cups. But I made 6 cups this morning, so 3 cups. And I can feel the caffeine. Don't like that feeling at all. I won't do that again. I'll go back to my 2 cups. Usually in my coffee, I put light cream. From a keto carnivore perspective, I do like the heavy cream, but I do want to cut down on the fat a little bit because I do like to have cheese in my diet. And if I just bring in as much fat, you know, a lot of times carnivore people will say, you don't have to worry about watching your fat intake, just, that's what satiates you. And but I have found for me that I can take in too much fat, so I've cut it down. I think half and half, I can't remember now, I have to check the nutritional value. Half and half has kind of more sugars in it than the heavier creams or light creams, so that's kind of why for me the light cream is a little bit more middle of the road. When I was taking a shower this morning, I had gotten this sample bottle of Native body wash because I went to the dermatologist during the week to have this mole checked, which does have to get, it does look suspicious, so they want to have it checked. But when I was there, I got a bottle of this Native body wash, and I'll have to check the bottle. There wasn't a lot of description on it. Did not like it. It smelled like crayons, which was pretty gross. But yeah, so this mole, I wanted to have a full body check. I had one done about 6 or 7 years ago, and I was fine. But this was kind of a concern to me, and I didn't know if it was because it truly was changing shape or if it was just that as I get older, I'm more conscious about it and whatever. So she did say it looked kind of suspicious. So then she set up a second appointment for me to come back so they could sample it. But when I was talking to my mother, she was like, that's crazy. If anything looks suspicious like that, they usually will take a small sample while you're there. And then if that sample comes back suspicious, then they would have you come back and they would take a deeper sample. So she ended up calling around and making another appointment at an entirely different dermatologist. So I have to go back in June to see this other dermatologist. I have basically the same thing done. I also, at this dermatologist, I brought up the concern, and I know it's an aging thing. So I'm getting way more, they're like colorless moles. And it's hard because when I'm looking at the camera, everything's opposite. This I've had forever. This one by my nose I've had forever. And then I have this I've had forever. But I've got some other clear ones. Some you can't see on camera. One up here. They're just, I was first told that it has something to do with dead skin cells and your skin kind of healing over those, and they form these clear looking moles. They're not really moles, I guess, and then it's just part of aging, and some people are more susceptible than others, and I'm going to have to learn to live with it unless I wanted to go have them removed, which would be cosmetic surgery out of pocket, and they probably would just continue to happen over my lifetime. Well, this time, when I talked to this dermatologist, she had said that there is a prescription that will help to reduce them. So she prescribed that to me. It is not covered by my insurance, but she was able to send me some kind of a discount code of some sort that it's only going to be like $31 out of pocket. So I'm going to pick that up today and start using that. I forget what it's called, but when I start now with this skincare routine that I have to kind of research what I want to do going forward as far as primer before makeup, moisturizer, retinols, things like that. With this prescription, I can't take a retinol, so it's going to be one or the other. So if I don't take this prescription anymore, I will incorporate a retinol. But we're going to wait and see how this works. I got to give it probably 3 months or so. So we're going to do that. And I really haven't done my makeup any different yet. I've been watching a lot of tutorials, and I just knew not to go heavy on the eyeshadow, which I never really did anyway. I'm still having a problem doing my eyebrows. I think they're a little thick right now. I mean, they're thin anyway, but I think I just went heavier with the color. I don't know, but I probably will doctor them up again before I leave for the day. Trying to think. I am planning on going to church tomorrow, and I'm dressing up for that, so I have an outfit picked out already. And I'm wearing heels. I wouldn't always typically, but I'm probably going to do another coat on my nails before I leave the house today. And then tomorrow I'm going to change the color completely. I do have to go through some of my nail color and just get an idea of what colors I have, so I know what I can pick up, because I do want to kind of go with some kind of neutrals, beiges, light browns, mocha colors, just something that I can kind of wear that will go with almost everything. And I also, jewelry wise, I always wear earrings. I usually will always wear a necklace. Bracelet I always wear. I have my Apple Watch, which I do color coordinate the bands as best I can. And I want to find a pinky ring, because I have my rings, but and I try to wear, I don't have a lot of gold. I spent a lot of money on this one, which is not costume jewelry. That was very expensive, and that is a two-tone gold and silver. So I would like to find, I would like to start finding better jewelry, because most of my jewelry is costume jewelry. So I want to try and go with a two-tone as I find pieces. So I want to find a pinky ring, and that's probably it. I do have a gold thumb ring, so if I'm wearing predominantly gold, I will switch that out. But because most of my rings are silver, I just typically wear the same rings all the time. Let me see how much time we have. We're like 13 minutes in. So I do have to still fix my hair. I can't wear my hair just like this. Well, I know a lot of women do. I think because my hair is so thick and heavy, it starts to flatten out. It's not as airy, and it doesn't lay the same way. You know, as the hours go by, it'll be way different. One thing I will say, at my age, now I'm 54 and a half. I will be 55 in December. I do not have to color my hair yet. I am very blessed with that. I do have gray. You probably can't see it right now. I'm getting a little bit kind of on the insides, and I do have some, sporadically. I'm so glad I don't have to color my hair, because with as long as my hair is and as thick as it is, I don't know how many boxes of color that would need. Probably at least 2. And I don't go to the hairdresser and get my hair cut. Maybe once a year I'll go and just get it shaped. But I used to have bangs up until, well, I had bangs most of my life. And then I would say about, was it 15? Yeah, probably 15 years ago, I got rid of them, grew my hair out, and I went about 4 years without bangs. Then I went back to bangs for about 6 or 7 years. And then I decided to grow them out. They became more of a pain because I used to always kind of use the hair blower and curl them under, and not to get a super curl, but just to kind of keep them more straight. But I had noticed as I was getting older that they were getting curlier and curlier, and they were, especially in the summertime, if they got damp from sweat, they just were getting unruly with the curl, because I have naturally curly hair, and I am blessed with that too. But then also the bangs, it was one of those hairstyles that when you always have it, you just don't make any changes. So every time I tried to go without bangs, I just looked so different that I wasn't sure that I really liked it. But now I can't imagine myself with bangs, and when I look at myself in pictures with bangs, I'm like, why didn't somebody tell me? So thankfully I've outgrown that, and I won't be going back. But I don't get my hair cut very often, just because I feel like it's always been all one length. There's not much to do other than get the dead ends trimmed and that, because of the way that I wear it. Plus, there's not much I can do with my hair unless I wanted to get layers or something like that. I will say, though, that I screwed my hair up about a year and a half ago. I tried to do some kind of a YouTube fad that was going on, where you separated your hair in the center, you brought it all forward, and then you cut it, and then when you let it go, it was supposed to kind of be this butterfly effect, and that's not what happened. So I did go to a hairdresser to try to see, because then it looked like I had a length here and then my normal length. And I did go and I spent like $200 to try to have her fix it. And I walked out of there not fixed. She did not blend the two lengths. So I was pissed that I spent so much money and it wasn't fixed. And I still have that issue. When I fix my hair, you'll notice it in the videos. It looks like, there's one length and then there's a second length. So at some point I will go back and have that fixed. But right now, what I probably need to do is have the length cut up to that shorter section, which to me is still a little too short. I like my long hair, so I want to wait until it grows out a little bit more. It's not as noticeable depending on how I wear my hair as it used to be, but it definitely is still noticeable. So, I guess that's probably about all I have for you right now. I'm going to fix my hair, put some lipstick on, or lip gloss, get my necklace on, touch up my nails. I want to get something to eat. And then I guess that'll be it for today. I'm going to head out shopping, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow afternoon after I get back from church. This whole room's going to get rearranged, because what I decided to do, and I'll show you before and after pictures or videos, whichever. I've got a bookshelf over on that side. I'm going to move back so that it's behind me, which is where it used to be. This desk that is behind me is going to get moved. And so there's going to be some stuff going on, but I'm probably doing that tomorrow. I was going to do it this morning, but I just decided I wanted to have my coffee, then get ready and go out, so I'm going to take care of that tomorrow. That will probably be on tomorrow's video, I guess. All right, I guess that is it. I hope you guys enjoy your Saturday, and I could have another video later. You never know. It's unlikely, but you never know. All right, you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.